Hi, everybody. Sandy here without John. John is getting his third COVID shot. So it's me and our guest, Guan Yoon from Korea. Guan is an interesting case. For a Korean applicant, he went to Sogang University, and he'll tell us about that. He spent 2 years in the Korean military, along with most other Korean males. And then he's had two jobs. This is where it gets important. His first job was PwC Korea, which he had for 1 year and 8 months. And this is real important. His current job, and this is where I think a lot of his outcome is going to be determined, is for Kpmg in Korea. He's been there for 8 months, and that's how schools will seriously consider him when trying to rank him. I don't know if I said this, he's 28, that's fine. He's got a 3.6 at Sogang, and he's got a 332 GRE, which is a very high score. It's about a 747 50 equivalent. Okay, Guan, say hello to everybody. And
hello.
Yeah, this is Guan from, are you in Seoul now?
Yeah, near Seoul.
Seoul brother number one. Okay. Tell us, this is real important. Tell us what Kpmg is, your current employer. What do they do in Korea? What are they thought of? In the US, big four firms, as we discussed, are silver, not gold. So you tell me what Kpmg does in Korea.
Well, first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Kpmg Korea provides various services. First, audit, and second, just like in US, financial advisory and tax services.
Right.
And unlike in America, Kpmg has strong PE network. Several of Kpmg alumni founded leading private equity firms in Korea. And
Good.
I'm trying to leverage my potential.
You have to, you have to mention that. The real thing is, does Kpmg or do other big four firms send people to American business schools as a rule?
I've heard several big four firms in Korea sent schools like Wharton and Kellogg and Columbia.
Okay, who can you get to write your recommendations?
I'm planning to request my recommendation letter to one of my superior when I was in military, Chief Staff Sergeant, and I'm trying to ask another recommendation letter to my current superior in
let
the
me
firm.
give you some, you've got to deal with what you can deal with. What's the military guy going to say? I mean, what could he add to you, to your story?
Because I was in important role in headquarters in battalion. I was HR and finance manager and also a squad leader, and I worked really close.
So you were really kind of a manager in the military, so he could write it that way. Were you leading others, either formally or informally?
Yeah, formally I was a squad leader of 5 to 6 soldiers.
Okay. Has this guy ever done this, or is he going to tell you to write it?
I think
there's nothing wrong with that, by the way.
He'll ask me to write an outline because he's not comfortable with English.
No problem. What you've got to do is turn it into a business school recommendation, not a military recommendation. This guy's got to say you had great leadership potential. You could lead different people in different ways, okay? And what you were doing was a lot of business functionality for the military, okay?
Yep.
You're not applying a West Point here. You're applying, you're applying to Harvard Business School. and other business schools.
Yes.
That recommendation could be important. And how much control do you have over your current supervisor?
We have some connection each other. We talk about green, so I think I have like 80
You don't
to
have
90.
to answer the question. What you have to do is that recommendation is going to be very important.
Yeah.
This is a test for you. Your ability to negotiate that recommendation is kind of a second GMAT. That's like another test.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I can discuss very deeply with my supervisor and current employee or employer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Current
no,
employer.
he's got to say, I mean, you know what a great recommendation looks like.
Yeah. I've heard from your show.
Yeah. You've got to get that guy to go along with that. I don't see why it wouldn't. You seem like an accomplished and highly decorated employee.
Oh, thank you.
So that the Kpmg thing becomes critical. That's the way the schools are going to look at you. I didn't look this up. I don't think there are a lot of Koreans at top American business schools.
Yeah. Yeah, right. But yeah, right.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong or right with that. It's just that you're going to be unfamiliar to them. So the admissions committee is going to be reaching out and saying, well, who do we compare this guy
to? I've heard from someone that Koreans tend to over 10 people a year in Wharton.
That's good.
Yeah. And 2 to 3 persons in Stanford. Yeah.
Good. Okay, that's good. The group you're going to be compared to is people who work for big four firms.
Yep.
That's pretty, in other words, I mean, there are other factors, but basically these schools have a kind of soft quota for people at big four firms.
Yeah.
And that's your bucket.
Thank you.
So they'll be saying, how many big four guys do we need? You know, how many consultants do we need? How many, manufacturing guys? So the bucket you're in is big four. That's who you're going to be compared to. And you won't be, so you're going to be compared to big four guys from other Asian countries. Not that many come to mind. And then just worldwide big four, particularly North America and Europe. Okay. That being said, let's get back to the basics. You've got a very high GRE. That's great. That's an anchor that they know about. That's an anchor they respect. Okay.
Oh, Sandy, excuse me. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah. If my GRE score split is verbal 162 and 170 on quants, and if I put that score in ETS conversion chart, and that comes out 760. So my question is that admission.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Oh, yeah.
What you've got is a 90% verbal and a 97. Well, I don't see why it's 97% quant when 170 is a perfect score on that, right?
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Well, maybe anyway, you've got a 90% powerful GRE score, 90% verbal, which is very rare. A lot of people, there's a lot of 97% quants.
Thank you.
But they're happy they welcome it, but they'll really value the verbal because that gives them more confidence that you can fit in.
Okay.
28 is fine. All right, let's go through this. I don't think you're getting into Stanford. There's no X factor. Okay, there's nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Out of the box.
Yeah.
Unless they're really looking for Korean kids. I think at Wharton, they go for guys like you, man.
Oh,
they
thank
go
you.
for the Kpmg. they go for the numbers. Wharton pays a lot of attention to the GRE. You've got an accomplished conventional, that's good, an accomplished
you.
conventional resume and good numbers. I think your chances of getting into Wharton, are like 40, 50%, 30, 40%.
Oh, thank you very
50%.
much.
Are you familiar with their group interview?
Oh, I never done before, but I will try.
Well,
You mean, yeah.
Wharton has an interview process where you interview with 3 or 4 other people at the same time.
Yeah, I know. Team-based discussion, right?
Excuse me, team-based discussion, yeah. I'd bone up on that. Okay, Columbia, I think would like you. I think Chicago, I think your chances at Columbia and Chicago are good. I expect you to be interviewed there.
Thank you.
HBS is a reach. They're just gonna, at HBS, they're gonna find guys, they're gonna find big 4 guys they like more than you. Maybe. On the other hand, the Korea thing could operate in your favor. They may go, we don't have a guy from, we could use some Koreans. We don't need no other big 4 guy from, New York or Chicago or Paris. This Korean thing, the Korean guy adds to the diversity of the class. So I think your chances at Columbia and Chicago are real good. I think Wharton is good. I think HBS is a little bit of a reach. And I don't think you're getting into Stanford.
Yeah.
How about that? But you apply, man, you might.
Oh, thank you.
Is there something about you we haven't covered? Something real important?
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot, but I mean,
Yeah.
are you not telling me that you're, the head of the Korean Red Cross or something?
I think I'm weak in extra curricular activity.
Yeah,
So-
okay, it's not a big deal, particularly at the places you're applying. There's just no X factor for Stanford, that's all. Okay, you're a solid guy, and so what I said is what I expect. I think you're a reach at Harvard. Wharton is, I think Wharton, that group interviews could count, whatever they call it, group discussion.
Yep.
Could count a lot. And I think at Columbia and Chicago, just do a solid interview like you did here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and you'll be all right. So that's your story, and I'm sticking with it, Juan. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us.